Hello, and welcome back to the channel. This is Jimmy. I don't know how this was going to turn out today. I broke my microphone, and it's a little wet, so we'll see what turns out. I don't know what the autopilot is going to sound like. But it's a lot nicer weather-wise than what it had been the last few days. I'm going to talk about what is trust and how does that show up in different settings. I think for a lot of people, at least for me, when I think about trust, I think about more of it in terms of relationships, and particularly personal relationships that, to share a space with someone, it's important that you probably do have trust. So we spend a lot of time with each other in our workspace. And when you're in an environment that have an existing culture, norms, and rules, so what does trust look like? And these norms and rules are important in a workplace, but also value the ability to show up as your authentic self. And I know I value people that do show up as their authentic selves. So wanted to share a few things from my perspective on how do you build trust, how do you reestablish trust when there's none there. We're going to run across, we can make it, and we did. Look at that. So I think the number one thing that's really important when you think about establishing and building trust is being vulnerable. Vulnerability is one of those really, really important things, good morning, that allows people to know who you are. And a practice that I've always had, I don't always tell the truth, or I try to always tell the truth. And, I don't pretend to know things or not know things that I know. I just think, being clear and direct on what I can and can't share. Or if there's a change in the policy or change in direction for the organization. Sometimes that vulnerability looked like walking the team or individuals through my change cycle. And how I got from, hearing the thing to accepting this is what we got to do. Because a title don't make you less human. Good morning. And people have the same reaction to change no matter where they are. And I think sometimes if you're in a leadership role, we create a perception that you have to be immune to all these things, and quite frankly, we're not, right? And a lot of times if you have a leader, it's a reason why they're probably in that position is because they were their authentic selves, and they can be in a room and bring valuable perspectives. So I think it's important to share that perspective, with your teams, if you are leading people, and how do you get them changed? And that's a really great way to help your team adapt to change. The other thing I think about when it comes to building trust in the workplace, and this is for all parties involved, whether you're in a leadership role or you're a contributing member of a team, is follow through. People want to work with people and be on the same teams with people that they know are going to follow through on their commitments, follow through on their end of the bargain. And there's nothing more frustrating for people who are trying to do that, for someone to not meet those expectations. And that can be really challenging for a lot of people. So if for some reason you're not going to be able to make those commitments, communication is really important. And being able to be vulnerable and own that can go a really long way when it comes to establishing trust in the workplace. Good morning.
Morning.
But if you're in a position where you've opted out of work, you're no longer bought into the mission, it's not fair to the rest of your teammates. Sticking it to to somebody, the coach or the organization, whoever the perceived enemy is, can feel good in the moment, but have impacts on people that didn't have anything to do with that situation. So, good morning. So it's important to follow through, no matter what. And, if it's something that you're not going to do, so you're not going to do it. And that way, that's another great way to build trust, because it's at least being transparent with where you are. So that's it, folks. Relatively short video today. Hopefully, audio-wise, it comes out okay. Doing this walk in new areas, so it's always interesting. Hopefully, people get used to me doing this. But if you haven't done so already, please like and subscribe. And if you found this video helpful, share it with somebody that it may resonate with. See y'all soon.